Cattle Parish, an ongoing feud between neighbors in the town of Belcher, has dogs at its center. NBC6's Alexander Meacham spoke to neighbors on both sides of the fence to find out if the animals are being abused.
But the dogs are from here all the way over here.
David Strahan is an alderman in Belcher. He says he's reported his neighbor to animal control various times since January. He says more than a dozen dogs are being kept in a pen behind his home.
But he hadn't been in compliance in 9 months, and I've just had issues with animal services doing their job.
Strahan says the smell of dog feces travels to his backyard, and the barking keeps him up at night.
I want to see him go down to 4 dogs. I don't want him to see we don't want a puppy mill in Belcher, and we don't, because of all these barking dogs, it's not going to do nothing but depreciate everybody's property.
Strahan says the smell has gotten better since the parish required his neighbor to install a septic system.
I was doing everything that the pound had asked me to do. I'm up to code right now. They're going over the kennel permits as we speak. It's not, they don't bark, as you can tell. There's a stranger standing here with a camera and they're not going to bark.
Jacob Gibson owns the dogs and says he's spent thousands of dollars to meet the parish kennel codes and move the pen further away from their shared fence line. Gibson says the dogs are for cattle herding and hog hunting, and he keeps them in a pen to prevent breeding, fights, and getting loose.
They get their shots, they get their heartworms, they get all their pills and medicines that they need. If something happens to them, they go to the vet. I mean, these dogs are well taken care of, and they might be in a pen, but they're working dogs. They're not a Yorkie that somebody's got on their couch.
He says the dogs are not being abused.
For one, I make a living with these dogs, but two, a lot of these dogs, every dog I have, I've raised as a puppy, and so I have an attachment to them.
This is where the neighbors agree.
He's a hard-working kid and everything. He wants his dogs, and he loves his dogs, but I don't need to smell or hear his dogs.
The Caddo Parish spokesperson says animal control officers have been to Gibson's property many times since January. They say he's up to code and the dogs are healthy and vaccinated. Alexander Meacham, NBC6 News.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. Parish says without a commercial kennel license, the limit is for outside dogs. Gibson has a permit for commercial kennels now, which comes with annual inspections.
Turning